Oh.
Well, happy Valentine's Day. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Andrea.
And we are relatively unstable. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. What else, Andrea? Save. All that.
All that.
We need you. We need you to help us grow. We are really, unstable in our ability to do this shit on our own. So get with it. Um, Today, we are going to have some fun with our single friends. We have Nicole, Thaddeus, and Denise. We're going to do Valentine's Day a little bit differently. Valentine's Day is all couples this and couples that, and nobody wants to hear that shit all the time. So let's talk to the singles and see what it's like out there. And I think the most obvious question is, what is single life in a pandemic? What's that doing? How do you do single life in a pandemic?
No words, just
As she holds up her bottle of wine.
Yeah, that's it.
I think we're all born again virgins. I feel like that's only right. My quick answer is, how do you in the pandemic? I say you don't. You just being seriously though, like I've kind of just focused on other priorities. I really haven't even put that to the forefront, when you can't really go anywhere and you really don't have the ability to do face-to-face connection.
I want to talk to him. His ovaries aren't talking.
Yeah, well, my loins are on fire. My loins are on fire.
All females that are like close to 40 and they're single and they don't have kids, we're all like,
that's true.
Like it feels like the Hunger Games. Like it is bad. Like I don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear it.
No, that's true. I have a 16-year-old daughter, so I'm kind of I don't have that anything like that. So
exactly.
I can only speak from my perspective. That's all I can say.
And I think we need to just point out that we have like 3 different levels of single. We have divorced, we have we have ecstatically divorced.
My divorce. Oh, I'm sorry.
My divorce.
We have a single dad, and we have never married, no children. So we have
thanks. That just sounds so awful.
No, it doesn't. It sounds great. Wherever you are is great.
I think so. I think it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, it's cool, when most of the people who say that have either been married, they have children, they have somebody. It's like, come to me when you ain't had a hug in 6 months. That's when it's just like, that's a whole nother level of singledom. It's just like when you literally don't even have companionship. So that's why it's so hard for me when people are like, focus on you and do this and that, and you're still young. And I'm like, bitch, I ain't had a hug in 6 months. I can't.
Okay, but see, like that's not because you're single though. That's not why that is.
I am trying to get a hug. I be trying.
Oh. So what do you do?
Nothing. I have my friends and family, but it's not the same. It's like that intimacy, that companionship of the opposite sex for me. It's just like you have a shitty day. It's like, who do you talk to? It's just like, so I just run my mouth to my cousin or, to my friends. It's just like, who am I cuddling with? My body pillow from Target for $10. That's what's going on in my life right now. Like, it's just like, I even pre-pandemic, it was still rough, it's like, so I don't know.
So Denise, Georgia is a little bit different than Michigan, just as far as how the approach to COVID and quarantine. Y'all seem to be kind of open to anything.
Listen, like I literally, you will hear my phone. I have a couple of phones, but you'll hear them like go off every now and then because we having parties. It's lit. We're what pandemic? I mean, yeah, like my uncle literally died last month. Yes, I mean, we're not, like I'm outside the school building because there's no children and I'm actually in class right now. And, you know, and we have to go around and I have like 5 and 6 masks at a time. But what COVID? What are you talking? I don't know what you people are talking about.
Wow.
So, so what Nicole is talking, y'all don't seem to have that problem. Like, are you, but well, I guess I should start with, do you even care to be meeting anybody? And if you care to be meeting anyone, are you having any issues because of the pandemic? She said, "Aw."
I'm out here.
I literally almost got engaged during the pandemic, like, because it just felt like, you know what I mean? And I was like, whoa, wait, like every day. And I didn't mean to like get serious because I was like talking to 4 guys at one time. So it's okay, but it's during the pandemic. So you don't know like who's gonna be around. And then you're just talking, right? You're talking, you're conversing because it's dangerous outside. And then like
how?
I mean, but
I was about to say, Nicole and I had a conversation about where your next move is. Now we know it's Atlanta.
It's no room here. Let me just say that. There ain't no room here. Now you Carolina, trust me, Georgia is full. Like the dude I almost got engaged to, he moved down here. So we full. I promise you. I'm not lying. I'm not, you have to, and then we're like, we full. No, we serious. Our roads are cracking. I'm telling you, we full for real. Like, I don't know what everybody's smoking when I come to Atlanta. We full. But most of the people I date aren't from Atlanta.
True.
As in they don't live there now? Or
right.
Okay.
Right, which is right. Like when the dudes, he was like, oh, we met up, everything went good, and met there, everything went good, and met up, and then he was like, I'm finna move. And I was like, that's fast. Okay. All right. But like, I date like all over the place. Like I've dated in Dubai, I've dated like Texas, New York, North Carolina is a really good state for me. It's a really
that was on my list.
Mississippians.
She said Dubai like it's
she said Dubai like Cincinnati. Like she was just like Dubai, Texas.
Okay.
Well, but I'm all like, really?
You ain't heard of
like,
Dubai,
I'm
Oregon?
like, okay, like I got a passport. Like
like I'm just like I'm a Gemini, so I'm really, really like outgoing, but also like I'm one of those people who are like, I don't have to see people for a whole week. I'm fine. Don't check on me. I'm good. So like and then and I used to be married, so like every day is not a thing for me. I'm not, I don't. You don't have to every day, every single. I'm good.
I'm gonna make Nicole drink like a whole bottle and another bottle of wine.
No, but I'm just wondering because I'm looking and I'm like, she's adorable. What's going on? Like, but then I asked you, what are you doing? And you said nothing. So I'm like, is that the reason?
So the question is, what are you doing? That's the question. What are you doing?
I have been from Bumble to Hinge to whatever online dating site. Pre-COVID, I'm always out and about. I'm not one of them stank face bitches that be at the bar not talking to people. Like anywhere I go, I just
not recognizing people.
I mean, some people, because I gotta stare them down like they owe me money. But but no, it's just like I'll go out. I just talk to people, and I'm just like, well, what the fuck? Like I'm just like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was just like I have even asked like previous guys I've talked to or dated like what kind of vibe or energy you're picking up from me, and they're like, oh no, you're cool as hell, and I'm like.
I feel like Detroit is a hard market.
I would agree. I mean, the circles are small, and so you're always having to kind of do a semi-background check.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's like usually when you're in the professional circles, usually they're coming from 5 to 6 different high schools, 2 to 3 different colleges. And so those circles kind of blend in pretty quickly. Me as the elder statesman of the group, like my issue has just more been me. I understand it's been more me than other people. I've dated women in not different age ranges. I have not, but in different stages of my own life of being single. Like I'm 44 now, but I remember dating in the mid 30s and dating in my early 30s. I've been single for a while. Let's just say that. Outside of like a relationship, when was that? 2016? For the most part, I've been single most of understanding. And so having a kid already, and when you make the decision that you don't want one, that has usually been one of those in which I have not wasted, women's time that know that they wanted it. And sometimes it sucks because if you feel a connection with someone and you're like, I still don't think I want that, you have to take that into account. And I think a lot of guys sometimes do prematurely, some do prematurely. I've talked to women that were single and wanted children. And so in doing so, I always said my advice with people was things move hella fast, and things move a lot faster than you ever imagine once it happens on both sides. And you just kind of got to let it out and be what it is. So, but for me, I think pandemic dating, I was able to be one of those people that could just take a step back and focus on myself. Prior to, candidly speaking, I'm on the dating sites too. I Bumble and I Tinder, but
I think I've just swiped that dude. Like,
but I'm like just shopping and not buying anything. Sometimes, but I think it's just a mood. I think what the pandemic doesn't do is you're not in a great mood all the time. And so.
Wait. Back up though. Why are you on a dating site if you're just like shopping but not buying? Like,
I think we're always
Go back to me. She was like, "Well, what's going on with you?" And it's just like I get on these sites. I never have any bad feedback, and I am the person who will definitely work on myself. Like I have been doing that all my life. It's like a continuous process. It doesn't stop. I'm always working on myself. But I meet these guys that are kind of on some bullshit. They don't know what they're doing, what they want, this and this. And then I'll even be like, you know what? Is this just about sex? Say so. Because I got needs. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, be clear. So it's just like, I wonder sometimes though, is like, have men got to a place where they know what the fuck they want, or is it just like, it's just like, do you know what you want? You know what I'm saying? Are you working on you? Because females always give that, work on you, do you? And I'm like, I've been doing this shit all my life, constantly reading, praying, doing whatever, yoga, whatever, like, broken it all, therapy. Broken it all down, but it's just like, but men though. So you get this guy who has done nothing but existed, and then you meet him and it doesn't work because you're just like, I know who I am. Like, I know who I am in this moment at this age. Who the fuck are you though? Not who you want to be. Not why do you care
who he is? If you know he hasn't done that work that you've done, like,
oh no,
okay.
That's why I just be like, hey, bye. Like, if you don't know, like, I'm not going to dig any further, but it's just like, I meet a lot of men who like, they're clueless. And I'm like, I've done a lot of work. I can't deal with you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Generally speaking, I don't think we're as clueless as we give ourselves off. I think, we are usually just very particular in what we want. And it's not even one fundamental thing. It's usually something that is very direct. Because once we see something that we truly understand what we want, we tend to pursue it, and we tend to pursue it hard. I can only speak for myself. And so I know I'm a very picky person. I know I'm a very, like...
He's a Virgo.
Huh? Yeah, I'm in legal house. But I'm in legal houses. What you talking about? I know a little bit about my own science. Not here.
That's why he's shopping.
But I think I'm saying that more in the pandemic sense of things, where you're not interacting with people. So sometimes I'm not like matching with people and then just like ghosting them and stuff like that. You're just kind of you in a swiping game, and you're just kind of you'll swipe one way, you swipe the other, and I don't interact with anybody. My phone is dry as hell. Ain't nobody reaching out to me.
But why are you on there? Why?
The same reason everybody else is. I mean, ultimately, yes, you do want to have a companion, but the companion sometimes for a guy, the companionship level of it isn't so like, for us, I don't think it's so definitive. We probably have other stuff that we can we have other stuff to do in the meantime. And so, do we like to look at attractive women on the site? Yes, we do. That's kind of what
the whole
happens
industry
with that.
based on that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a totally different swiping, but totally different swiping. But I mean, but I'm saying, like, as any guy would tell you, like, somebody can catch your eye in any minute, and then you want to holler at them. Like, it doesn't mean that we're on there specifically to look for a relationship, but it doesn't mean we're not looking for a relationship. I think, and that's the world that I'm in, is that I don't know what I'm necessarily always seeking, but I know that when I see somebody and I like them and I'm interested, then I'm interested. I don't play around.
Is there a site specifically for people looking for relationships? Are any of these sites like?
But you're never gonna get that, because, like, how would you ever vet that out? Like, me and Andrea has talked years ago about like making a dating site and like figuring out the different nuances. Like, part of it is I should just be intrigued on how people can connect, and I think that there's no definitive science to it. I think you're always gonna have fuck boys on the site. You're always gonna have married men on the site. You're always gonna have all of these different, and I'm speaking from the male perspective, but you're always gonna have women on there where the ratio of men want to talk to a small ratio of women. And then there's a huge proportion of women out there that's probably not getting the attention. That's just like in any other sense. Like if you're at a bar, or if you're at
clearly Denise don't have that problem. Like,
so where are you meeting them?
Some dude knocking on her window right now.
Right.
But I don't know, but that's what I try to see, because like
you gotta wait.
I'm like, show me your way.
No, like I mean, okay, so it like, I know that like I'm finna get hit up real quick when I'm not thinking at all about, like, I take breaks. So there'll be times when I'm just not talking to men at all, like, because they're a lot. Men are a lot. They're a lot of responsibility. They have a lot of feelings. They want to be listened to. They want you to be soft for them.
Andrea, where's your collection plate?
Pass it.
Well, I mean, I have a question for the people that aren't single, that are hosting this thing. Like, how were you approached, by a man that was single, and how did that process work for you all in terms of building up through that to, how were you available? Did you feel like you were working on yourself when the person came to you? Or was it just something that happened?
You weren't talking about us.
Huh? But I mean, y'all are the final product.
I'll answer your question, because it's relevant to the question that we asked our other guests. So I coupled up in a pandemic and an out of state pandemic as a matter of fact. So like, yeah, I was here in DC for my birthday. We'd known each other for a while, and we went out on a date, open air type situation. Like, it was summertime, so it was much easier to do things like that. But and then I basically have been, either I've been flying here or he's been flying to Detroit like every 2 weeks since September. And it's been, I mean, we talk about it because we talk about how, on both sides, like the pandemic can stop people from dating, obviously, because you can't like, if you meet somebody in your city, like you can't just meet up at a bar or meet up, or a restaurant or something and do stuff. But for us though, we like flights are hella cheap. So I'm talking about like $50 to $60. So it's super easy for me to get a flight here or him to get a flight to Detroit. And flying, I mean, I guess that's based on your comfort level with the pandemic, but I'm double.
But when you get to where you're at, what do? Like,
Nothing.
so you're just comfortable going over your place, like.
Yeah, like I'm at his apartment now, and that's where we're gonna be for until I come back. So like we don't do anything. Like it's just us hanging out, watching TV and stuff. But
and stuff.
it also helped that I'm a full-time entrepreneur, so like I don't really have a schedule, but then he also was working from home a lot, so that's also a part of the pandemic that made it possible for us to kind of like have these flexible schedules and be able to like when he comes home to me, he works remotely, and it's no different from how he works remotely at home. So yeah, it's been
How did y'all meet?
So we were friends on Facebook for a while, and probably around the time when I was in a relationship already, another relationship, and then that ended in fire, a disaster. And so then I was like, yeah, okay, I was coming here for my birthday, and I was just like, oh, we should hang out. Like, you're in DC, and like if it's safe to hang out, and if you feel safe to hang out. And he was like, yeah, I'll find something for us to do. We went to dinner, and that was kind of it. So
okay. I think
I
haven't heard from Denise still on how she's getting her cache of guys.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, wait a minute. So Denise,
we've identified one problem for Nicole already, and that's that she is social media averse. So it's very hard for you. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Because I'm not on Tinder, I'm not on Bumble, I'm not on any dating sites whatsoever. And I've been divorced. We split. It took us a very long time to get a divorce. But we split in like 2016. So I've been like single for like 5 years. 5 years yesterday.
Congratulations. We need a bell.
Thank you.
An anniversary bell.
Yes.
Thank you. So, and I honestly, seriously was like, most of my friends were single, so I was not expecting anything when I got it. I was like, I'm good just as long as I'm not married, I'm fine. Not married to this person, I'm fine. I don't care. Because I was, my friends were like, this person is horrible, this person is horrible. I'm like, yeah, but are you legally bound? Okay.
Right.
It was like,
not talking to him.
It's different, like when you're with somebody who, okay, it's just not working out anymore, to somebody, it's like, wait a minute. So wait, you got split kids? Like, that's crazy. So when you have that situation, and then I'm coming out here, I wasn't expecting anything. And of course, I'm like, I'll be, such and such in a minute. But no, it was a very warm greeting. It was lovely. I'm enjoying myself. It was a lovely, lovely time. So I think a lot of times the energy I put out, because I really, I'm a good person, and I won't pretend that I'm not. I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to accept less, and we're not going to have that conversation. We're not going to play around with me. I'm not going to chase you. I don't even call men. Like, I don't do that. you know.
But then for me, that doesn't work. You know, it's just like, they'd be like, all right, moving on to somebody who's easier. And I'm like,
so let me ask you this, right? But they'll come back.
They always come back.
They always come back. You be hard.
I was like, no.
I literally had like guys that I was like, I don't know who, like, getting onto like the new app with like where you chat all the time was very triggering for me, because I was like, wait, Clubhouse, when you sitting there like, are you free to welcome? I'm like, no, I'm not free to welcome any of these people. They're just listed as it like, no. So I got a whole bunch of just no's or no more or we're good. You know, so I'm like, no, wait a minute, that's their government name. I forgot all about that person. But they always come back. Like they no one ever truly goes away, really. But like, I think
I bet your husband did.
2 years to get a divorce, but that's another story.
Do you have children?
Oh, do I? Yes. I have a 19-year-old daughter. She's a sophomore in the Genius at Georgia State. And I have a son.
Wait. Nope. Somebody lying. Somebody.
Have you not met my children who I call my giants? I call them my giants.
I met her beautiful children, and she is the mom of all moms. And
I'm sorry, but when she said 19, I was like, but I don't understand.
But I don't understand there's no.
You really won't understand if you can see the full picture of her. She's more than just that face. If you see that silhouette.
Oh, I'm already piecing it together, Tiff. I'm already piecing this together. I'm piecing this face together. I'm piecing this
like silhouette that'll make you cry.
I see the whole story. I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay.
I got a kid. Y'all ain't talking about how I look. I don't look 44. Y'all ain't talking about how
you don't at all, Daddy.
You don't at all, Dad.
My cheekbones.
Yes, go cheekbones.
He like, look at my hair. No.
Yeah. Don't let me put back on. Don't let me put back on.
There's no shock value with you. We know you. They haven't met Denise yet.
I'm sorry. So 19.
That's insane.
19, and then my son, who I refer to as my twin, he'll be 15 in June. Wow. Our birthdays are 5 days apart. They're both like, they both have to bend, because I'm very short, so they have to bend down and kiss me. It's lovely. And they're the easiest children in the world. Like, they're so easy.
But you know what? When you were talking about energy, like, I'm pretty sure you give off a very just like shit, I done did it. I got like kids that are damn near grown. I've been married, divorced, like
what can you bring me that I haven't already experienced? And it better be great, because I done had.
Yeah, and guys will pick up like, oh shit, like, cause you're like I've done it, I'm good, you know, and I'm all like, I need a fucking baby, like, and guys are like,
it's true.
And I find that with men like they can even be the nicest men or like the good men. But what I have found is it really comes down to energy, because like what men love about me, which is so, they'll be like, oh, you're so mean. Oh, and I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm just not gonna do this shit with you. Like, and they'll be like, oh, you're so feisty, you're so, and I'm like, no, I'm actually very, very sweet. It's just that certain.
I'm just not doing this shit with you today.
Wait. I'm sorry.
I'm so intolerant.
How tall are you? You said you were short.
I just grew, like I literally grew to 5'1.5" now. I was 60 inches forever. And then when I got a divorce, I literally got like a height increase. Like I was like,
that's fine, stretched out.
She was like it. Okay, right.
Like I think I just went like this. Like
I'm a big bitch. So nobody ever thinks that my shit is cute. Like I'm like 5'9", damn near 200 pounds. Like it ain't cute.
Okay, but let's not this 200 pounds.
No, but I'm gonna tell you this, like I have tall friends
in your ass though, Nicole.
They be ready to fight me. They be ready to fight. Like I was like, I can't fight you, dude. Like I mean, I'm tall and I got some meat, but I can't fight. Like I can't do it. Like they be like seriously, they be trying to square up on me, and I'm like, shit, no. So that mean shit don't work for me.
That's horrible. Like they were trying to do what?
They
I really think, Nicole, you need to be careful talking about 5'9", 200 pounds. 200 pounds on a 5'9" woman with a big old booty is not the same.
Ma'am.
No.
Ma'am.
It's 200 pounds on me.
Or 200 pounds on me.
Which I'm not even going to say that.
Well, your 200 pounds are right. You're sitting on them.
My 200 pounds.
That's like...
Bring 200 pounds. Anyway. No. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all I'm gonna let you reel back in.
No, it's fine.
Conversation.
No, I be real frustrated. It's like I'm at a point where it's like if it doesn't happen, I'm just never gonna have kids. You know, and it's frustrating. You know, it's like not even being able to find somebody that I can co-parent with, or it ain't even about marriage or all that shit like that. Like that, I can do that shit at fucking 80. You know, but it's just like I can't have a kid at 80. You know, and that has been hard for me because I have definitely been very cautious, like through my sexual life, being on birth control and taking precautions. And so it's just like, okay, I would have to actually decide with someone, like, we're going to try this. And I haven't had that. And now it's like dating. It's just either they're divorced, they already have kids, they don't want more. You know, that is the big group. Like, they're like, oh, I already have them, I don't want any more. And so it's like dating younger, I can't, my brain cells die. And then dating my age or older, they're done. They just they're like, oh, no, like vacations and sex. Like they're not trying, they're like, no, I've done it. Like I've raised my kid. Like, no, like I'm not trying to do this again, you know? So it's just like, okay, now what? You know, unless I find some old creepy dude that's just like, oh yeah, I take a baby with somebody younger. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Like you only need one guy. Like you only need one guy. Do you date multiples?
I try, like seriously, like I said, I do dating sites pre-pandemic. Like I would do dating sites. I would literally line up dates after date. Like it'll be a week and I go on 6 dates, you know, like it's just,
that makes me tired.
Huh? But they're just coffee dates, like quick 30-minute, like, you know.
Coffee dates are not dates. Oh, no, ma'am. Oh.
No.
He said, oh, no, ma'am.
Oh, no. Please don't make me have to suffer through a whole ass dinner with somebody I don't like.
No.
I do coffee to keep it quick and simple. Like, let me see if I'm vibing with you because I do not want to have to sit
vibe with them. They're not about shit. They're talking about coffee. They're not about shit. They're not. They're not. I'm telling you. Like, okay. So I'll just be like, there are different levels of men that I date. I date, you know, men who are comfortable, who are very comfortable, who are chill. I date men who I'm like, oh, who is your house? Okay, that's your house too. Okay, and then I date like, you know, just, hey, let's see where this goes. But like anybody who starts off and he meets you and he like, let's get some coffee. No.
She said no.
That's not a
Listen
date.
to mama.
He's not even trying. He's not even trying. Like you can go to Quick Trip for some coffee. Like this is not even an effort. Men who like you try. They try. When men ask you to go meet for like coffee, or they want to get a little ice cream or something, like they're really just trying to say, okay, we're gonna connect with you real quick so I can see how quickly I'm gonna fuck you. They want to touch you. That's what they want to do. They're not interested in you, they're interested in fucking you. That's it. Any man who's really serious and he's trying to do something, he wants to impress you. He's gonna look nice. He's gonna put effort into it. Period. Anything else, like you playing, who are you playing with? Like I could take a nap.
That's also non-dating app. Kind of I'm just being real about that because
dating apps, you're gonna go for a lot of quick dates.
I'm not on
it. That's probably not why.
On so many people, because honestly, I don't think I could have suffered through dinner 6 times with some of these dudes. I would have just been
And
like,
you
no, I can't
shouldn't.
do this.
You
So
shouldn't, but
coffee
then
is quick to the point, like, okay, yeah, I ain't feeling you. We never see each other again.
how
And
many
I
of
only
those have
wasted
worked out?
30 minutes.
How many of those have worked out? How many of those have worked out?
None. But shit, it hasn't worked out any other way either.
Okay, so when you say you lined up 6 dates, right? Like when you said, okay, I trust this person enough to let them see me outside my house, for me to get dressed, for me to go, and then for me to make a genuine effort, for me to be present in their face, for me to listen to them, for me to get feedback, to make sure that he's having a good time, I'm engaged, the whole thing. You're like, you can do this 6 times in 1 week and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
You're a bad bitch. Because I'm tired just listening to you. I'm tired because I don't
That's
want
what I'm saying. That sounds exhausting.
No, really. I literally just was like, I would just line up. That's why I kept it quick and simple. I suggested coffee because I don't like. I can't lie to my facial expression.
Like, that's what men's supposed to do. So why are you suggesting stuff?
Because have you been on a dating site lately?
No, I've never been on.
No.
Yeah, then that's why. Because it's
like,
just like
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're suggesting though, if you're doing a suggestion, if you're telling where the dates, if you line them up, if you're doing all the work, that's why you're not like men. They say they like it, but they really don't like it.
And I agree with that. And so it's just like, that's why I was like, I'm just stuck because I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Like I have literally not, like I'll get on there and I'll try to let them lead and this, and it's just crickets. And I'm like, well, fuck it. And then people will be like, oh, you didn't give him a chance. I was like, he wasn't saying shit. He wasn't initiating anything. He
right,
didn't
so
want
that's
to try
dead. That's done. That's done. And then you saved your time, your energy, your makeup, your clothing, your hair. You can take a nap, a luxurious bath. You might plan a trip. Like you saved yourself so much time by like, oh, okay, like he's not feeling me right now like this. And that's so like, that's cool. That's his situation. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Like if he doesn't want to put in the effort at all, like that's fine. I love it.
Then what? You know what I'm saying? Because even pre-pandemic, like I said, I would go out and just nothing. And I'm like, I give up. Like, I don't know.
Okay, so when you go out and like nothing happens, nobody tries to talk to you, are you having a good time?
Oh shit, yeah, I have a ball.
Okay, so then like if you're having a ball, right, and you're enjoying yourself and you're having a good time.
Because when I go to take a trip out of the country, I really don't want to go by myself. Tried it. It was a great experience, but I would really like to have a companion. You know, it's like I would really like to have, I'm like I do a lot of shit by myself. Like I legit was just like, fuck it. I'm about to go to Thailand for a week by myself. Like I'm about to go to China by myself. I'll just go. Like, believe you me, I will fucking go. But it's just like, sometimes I'm like, I would like to go and still have some dick. Like, and it's just, I'm like, yo, like, what is, no. So I live my life. I do my thing, but it's like to have somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never had it, and I'm just like, I've gotten back, like, you're such a free spirit. You're such a this and this. And I'm just like,
that's intimidating for me.
And I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like, see, I have prayed about it, meditated about it, all that work and therapy. And I'm still just like, I drink wine because I'm like, I fucking don't know.
You have to expand. Denise, where are the men? Where are they? But no, wait.
They come over here. I can tell you where they are because they come over here because I don't go to them.
We already talked about it. You're not on social media. You are.
Because I don't leave my house. Media. Like I go places or whatever and I'll do my thing, but when I go places and I do my thing,
whoa,
I'm usually trying to go incognito.
Dry for me.
You said what?
Social media is dry for me.
Are you engaged when you're on it?
No. Let me tell you what her social media looks like. Wait. She doesn't even have a profile picture up. No.
What are you doing over there?
Wait, all she does. I had the only way she had to tell me that she was sending me a DM because it came through as a request and those all go into that, that request file that gets ignored because it looked like a spam account.
And see, she can't even look at she can't even look in the phone at herself. She knows.
That's my fake page. It's my fake. It's my.
But I've seen Nicole's.
That's my fake page.
At one point.
When was the last time you saw it, Thaddeus?
Wait a minute, you got a fake
I can only
page
think of when I used to see it. Like, I've been Facebook or Instagram friends with Nicole for a minute, and she had the night she posed, she did everything that saying I'm fit. She didn't seem like she was pressing about anything. I don't know. I mean, like Denise has a point to some things. It's all about the energy and the vibe that you give off. I mean, I'm sure as a guy, the energy and vibe that I give off is what makes a woman decide that they want to date me or not as well. They don't want to deal with, but they don't want to deal with what's the dude from Insecure, the Lawrence, wishy-washy type of situation. They want more direct. They want men that are very direct, and sometimes
yes, they do.
And then sometimes in doing so, it's in a pandemic, it's just hard to get that directness from a guy that doesn't know you or just see your picture or something on social media. When in a pandemic in Michigan, maybe not in a pandemic where your other places and you can go to the grocery store, but I'm sure Nicole doesn't want to get hollered at the gas station, but they ain't trying to pump her gas, or something. I mean, you don't want nobody trying to pump your gas in the city or nothing like that.
They can pump my gas.
No, but I mean, I'm just.
I have a 25-year-old because I met somebody at the gas station.
Yeah. But I mean, I've learned that a lot of the good connections that I found weren't intentional, and they were happenstance. In the last relationship I was in, I was just had a tailgate, and I just ended up chatting with somebody, and I found them fascinating. And like Denise said, I was much more direct as I would be in other circumstances. If I'm wishy-washy at all, I'm not interested. And so it just depends on how much energy and time you probably do devote to that. As I've gotten older in my own dating ways, if I get the sense that I'm wishy-washy towards feeling a way about a person, I'm not going to entertain it much further. I'm not trying to fuck you. I mean, no offense. I'm older enough where sex isn't my prime game or my prime thing about the thing that I think about in life. So I think more about my own time, my own energy. I'm much more introverted as I've been probably at any point in my life. That space, so it does take somebody that I have the motivation to do stuff for, to talk to or whatnot, in order to change that. And I guess I can trigger it to being a single dad. I think what happened during the pandemic for me was I got the realization, like, my daughter is 16. She's a junior in high school, all A's, thank God. And so and that's my only child. So I wanted to see her through the end. And so I've kind of put dating at times on a back burner because I wanted to just make sure I spent this time with her. There's a lot of lost memories that we had. So I chose at that point to do so. And have I, I'm not like I said, have I still looked and been around looking at dating stuff? Yeah, it's just the nature of men sometimes is we want to see what's out there. You don't know what you're interested in or whatnot, but am I devoting it, saying I'm definitely looking for a woman? I don't state that I'm looking for something casual. I just think you look for the connection, and when it happens, and you go with it and you flow with it genuinely. And if you don't flow with it genuinely, then that's why I understand. I mean, I understand filtering through us is a bitch. Like, for every guy that because I've been on the other side. I've been the other guy. I've been the guy that has been wishy-washy. I've been the guy that half want to do this and half want to do that. And you do got to kind of treat us the way that, like, you ain't got no time to waste on us. And I try to give that advice to women that I know that are single at the same time. You say, hey, like, don't devote your time to this. Like, you can ask us if we only want sex, we're still gonna say no. Like, it take a very brash person to say, like, yeah, I just want you for the sex. Like, no, we're not gonna say that. You have to pick that up. You have to pick that up from us and know that, and
What
So
y'all don't
so look,
well with that either, because I've had situations where I was just like, oh shit, well, I see what they want and I'm cool with that. And then when I kind of shifted and was just like on that used and all this and they didn't feel good. And I'm like,
well,
Like,
yeah.
how can I win?
Yeah, because I mean, there's, like I said, I have friends that have dating stories that have stated that dudes try to, but that's a fuckboy mentality, and you have to be able to quickly decipher the fuckboy mentality out. I mean, mature men will, when they approach you, they will definitely be different and feel different. It's fucked up when that doesn't work out. Now it is fucked up because that doesn't mean it always works out. And you have to do a lot more vetting of us because we tend to be the least open coming into a situation where you have to understand what it is about us. Are we married? Are we gay? Are we how many kids do we have? How many kids do we claim we have?
are you traumatized?
Yeah, are you traumatized?
That's the one. That's the one.
I
Do you
mean,
have a
You
job?
work through your stuff. Woo, Lordy.
because
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, my dating life was, I married early, I had a daughter, I became single, and I didn't even focus on dating at that time. Andrea could probably attest to it. I hung out a lot, I became social, developed friendships.
randomly
Back
see you
today.
walking around drunk, like,
Yeah, yeah. Seeing random people with Jello shots going to other people's apartments. Um, stuff like that. But I also knew there were points where I really liked somebody. There were women I really liked, and it didn't work, and I was hurt. I was hurting, and people can attest to it. The last relationship I did, made a valiant effort to try to make a relationship work, and it didn't work. And it didn't stop me from wanting to be in a relationship, but what it did, it just made me kind of take a step back and look at what I do give into it. And I know a lot of people don't do it. I mean, I go to therapy too. I preach therapy to everybody, man, woman that go through this, because you ultimately have to kind of oversee and just be happy with your current state. Um, if and even if you aren't, you just kind of have to be happy at the state you're in. You can't think about what's happening.
it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard, but
Yeah,
you
it's
can't think
hard.
about what's happening next year. You can only probably think about what's happening now. And
Right now, eggs aren't fertilized. That's what's happening right
That's the bottom
what
line.
I'm trying to say. So let me ask you this, Nicole. You don't. So me and my friends used to have this. I used to have this thought process, and he says that every woman, twice a year, get dick requests. And I know it has nothing to do with anything else.
Twice a year?
Twice,
What?
At least twice a year. At least twice a year. No matter what woman. It could be a woman with 4 arms, 3 legs, and 5 breasts.
Get dick requests?
Wait,
Get dick requests
wait.
twice a week.
Twice a year.
At least. I said at the very least.
Okay.
No matter who
Oh,
it is.
okay.
I'm just
Okay.
saying at the very least. So,
Okay.
so I know you, like, you can't say that people don't pop up and be like, hey, I'm here's a dick request. Right? You still get that, right?
Drop that dick
Here's a
request.
dick request.
No.
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 What, Nicole?
Serious.
I'm about to take her phone for a day.
Right.
Right.
Because also, what would the roadblock be that you don't that?
You said my phone for a day. Lauren, Vanita, Rachel, like Nicole, Charlotte, Tiffany, like no Audrey, like it. Brother.
Are any of them trying to give you vagina requests?
Right.
I mean, I have to ask that too.
Question.
Because dating does. I mean, I mean, like I said, I'm
No,
one of those
like
when
literally, like no, seriously. I had a guy be like, it was around the new year or whatever, and he's like, hey, can we honestly like just kind of give this a go? Like, let's talk more, let's get to know each other, and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, cool. Haven't heard from him.
Yeah, and
like I would check, like, hey, what's up? How are you? This and that. Like it lasted for about a week, and then silence. Nothing.
Somebody
Nothing.
you knew
Haven't
before?
heard.
Somebody you knew before?
Yeah.
so Nicole, do you think that you wanting a kid is the roadblock to the dating aspect of life?
Could be.
You want both of them, but you want
Oh,
them. Really? Are they in any sense, are they mutually exclusive? In the ideal world, you want it a certain way, right? You want.
Oh, no. I don't. You don't know. I just need a baby. I don't give a fuck for you. Like, are you going to be there for the baby? Like, that's all. Like,
why don't you want to do insemination? Now we're going way off topic.
Oh, insemination. I was like, what's intimidation?
Insemination.
Okay, I thought you said intimidation.
Are you guys starting to go fund me? Start to go fund me. Like, let's go.
Don't understand, because there are so many guys who just shoot the club up.
I think that's what's funny.
I don't get those guys.
What kind of guy do you get?
Because they're the guys that shooting everybody's club up, like all the clubs.
Yeah,
they not trying to shoot the club up.
They like the clubhouse.
So they out here.
The
So
club
like
is protected.
Yeah.
Like no.
Well, Nicole, meet Denise. Denise can lead you to water.
Yeah, we need to.
No, I'm gonna be honest. It sounds like you sound like some of these guys who are out here who just want sex. You just want a baby, and men have feelings too. Like, you sound like you like, can somebody give me a baby? I don't care. Like, can he?
But you know what? The only people that know that is like this.
No. Let me just tell you something else. Like, people really take this whole women's intuition thing as though men don't have their own. Like, men literally study us. They literally can say, like, I can have this sweatshirt on, baby, and I promise you, I get out the car, it's gonna be mayhem. And I'm thinking you can't see anything. And they can see what they can project, they can carve out, they can be like, wait a minute, this hit, the shirt hit right here. You can have it on the sheet, and they know what they're looking for.
I would never.
I'm telling you, like,
identified big booties from a distance.
Like,
they literally are, like, men know, and especially like naturally, and I know this is a generalization, but men are hunters, so they know what to look for. They know, what they're what to listen out for, all of that. And so, like, a lot of times, if they're like, okay, well, this all she want. I want to just be somebody, my baby daddy, or we just, it's not what I want.
Right. And it's so funny because I had a conversation with another woman like in the last 24 hours, and she's kind of in the same situation as Nicole, that she really wants she wants a whole family, but they're probably about the same age, wants a baby, and has a dude that's kind of like back and forth in her. And I'm like, I think at this point you need to just flat out say, like, you don't have time, to Thaddeus's point, for guessing games. You both need to be very clear on what you want. Otherwise, the what could be will go on forever.
Yeah,
it will.
Y'all need that.
You will always be, you will always be, well, one day, or it could be, like, yeah, I might one day want to do this. Well, one day is going to be like, 10 years later.
Yeah.
If you keep,
right.
Yeah, and I think that the concept of children, I know, like I said, there's a ticking clock, but it seemed like the age of women having kids has pushed out a bit further.
Yeah.
And to
I have
me,
a friend
like,
that had. I mean, she did in vitro, but she had twins at 42. I mean, the thing
yeah.
is that like it's possible. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not like, I mean, there is a cutoff, obviously, but like being an
But
older mom is definitely a thing, and it can definitely happen. You know, it's so wild to me though. Like I am a person who, if I had to choose, I would probably choose to be married versus being a mom. Like that's my like like yeah, I definitely want to be married. Do I want to have a child? It depends on the guy, you know, and it depends on the situation and how things go and how we work. Um, I always say that I always forget this guy's name. Ryan Gosling and the girl he's married to, Eva somebody.
Mendez.
Yes. She I read an article, an interview article with her, and she was like, yeah, I never wanted a kid. I never wanted kids, but I wanted to have Ryan's kids. And I was like, that is what makes sense to me. Like, do I have this aching to be a mom? No. But if I'm in I am in a relationship where I think I probably could have his child. Like, so now that's shifting my perspective. However, like I'm still just like, I want to make sure that this relationship is tight though. Like, because I've seen how children affect relationships and marriages and all of that. And I just want to make sure that whether we end up parenting this child as a unit in the same house, married, or separately co-parenting because it didn't work out, like I need to make sure that there's a baseline of like respect and like, you know, that I'm not going to do something to fuck you up, and I know that you're not going to do something to fuck me up, and as long as we keep that level, I'm good. But you know, so like I guess I said all that to say, Nicole, it can still happen. You can pop these triplets out at 42 and be like, what?
Okay, so I feel
never
like
sleep again.
Denise had like a very good point. Like it's just like, well, with you, it's like, well, I feel like I would definitely have to go the route of just like going to a bank, because it's like, no, I feel like dudes definitely do pick up. Like I get it. Like but it's just like, yeah, fuck it. You know, it's like I just know that I don't have all the time in the world for that, but I have all the time as long as I'm alive to be in a fucking relationship or whatever. So
that is fair and true, but I will say there was a baseball family. They had 6 kids. They did not meet until she was 35 or something like that, and she just had a bunch of kids, and she kept And let me tell you, and the daddy was fine. She was really pretty, but the daddy was fine. Like, so they were an older parenting. It can happen. I don't think you want 6 kids. So what'd you say?
I'm past 35.
But I mean, ratio wise, she had 6. You just want a couple. So
also Nicole, also you are very healthy. So
yeah,
that is more of a factor in, you're still in childbearing age, but you are exceptionally healthy. Like that's it. Like if I decide, it's going to be a struggle for me because I eat like shit and I got a whole bunch of tumors and shit. So like that's going to be issues for me. But like you though, like your uterus is probably clean as fuck. You be yogaing and exercising and shit all the time. Like there is something, like your body is like ready and waiting to be like,
she's like, I know.
So like, so I'm saying that when you find this guy, whether it's just for sex and a baby or a relationship, it's probably gonna pop off real quick.
I feel like there needs to be a
surprised.
connection. I feel like
what?
y'all
Say
need to
what?
have like a whole another episode of like the TNA Love Connection, where then you have like three
We can't
people.
find enough single guys.
Yeah, like single.
I mean, they
Yeah,
ain't
like
gotta put on they
single.
ain't gotta put on their.
Denise, can you be the production manager for that show and filter us some single guys?
I can brought you a lot of single fucking guys.
So the thing about
Like,
finding single guys, right, is if they're truly single.
If
And
they're
Right.
truly single.
you know you can't have two men in one space. So
like, I want to see something.
Right.
because I mean I do know, I mean I know some pretty good like single guys, but like while they might have been good to me, I'm like, wait, did you?
Right. I get what you're saying. And here's like, I think about this like, you know, when my friends say, oh, do you know any single guys? I really don't. I know a couple. I know like one or two. One was supposed to be on this call. I don't know what happened to him. But I really don't know a lot, if it too many single guys that are like truly single.
Yeah,
I don't.
You don't know too many single guys that are
My
in a
son.
stage where they're like, I can't find a relationship to be in. So
Yeah.
you know, I mean, so it's like I know a guy that's like looking to be married or looking to have this, and it doesn't mean that that's not what we want, but I think we identify the person and then we say, what do we want from them? We don't identify the situation and then find a person to fit into it. We find the person, and then after we get with the person, whatever flows with that person is what we want to do. Now, it don't take a whole lot of time for us to figure out when we meet someone like, oh, I want to marry you, or oh, I just want to have sex, or oh, I just kind of want to text you a couple of times. Like, it don't take us a whole lot of time to figure that out. But we don't go into anything thinking like, I mean, some men down the line have been like, oh yeah, I want a baby, and they don't care what, but you don't really want to be in those scenarios. But for the most part, guys see you as an individual, and then they try to determine what they think they want from that individual, rather than ever looking in the long term. Guys don't ever. I don't know a guy that I've known that's been married that thought about being married. They just happened to be with the woman that they were with, and then decided they wanted to marry them. I know some men that hadn't thought about having kids, but it's because they were with, like Andrea would say, they were with this woman and then they decided I wanted to have kids, or maybe they didn't want to decide to have.
So I hear from you, women should be patient and just let it play out organically. But what women tell women is, nah, put it out there, be upfront, don't wait for him. Keep it moving. If that's not if he's not on your program, right?
I don't say anything because I like in my mind, like, oh, men lead. So it's like, and you'll definitely tell, and I follow your lead. If we're cool and we're just seeing where it goes, we gonna see where it go, all right. And if you see just wait. Like, I'm not going to, like, because men love to believe things are their idea, and I
yes,
you can think whatever, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to phrase it like, I remember you said that last week. I don't have, no, I'm good. So it's like, okay, well, if you want to see where it goes, it's fine. And if it happens to be your frat brother, we seeing where it I thought we chilling, right? Everybody chilling. And if I see him with my sword, hey, okay, we didn't say right. Okay, we're cool. We're only going so far because there are only certain, like, we can't play with me. We can't play with me because I don't have
the smile at the end, like, you can't play with me.
Yeah, like, let's not play with me. Like, you said this, and what I find is that I'm on the end of conversations listening, and I'm like, but you said so. Okay, now I'm very logical.
I need Denise's number so I can talk to her.
We got to talk through Messenger because you got to be on Facebook.
She hit you with the arms crossed.
Called out.
Yes.
Man, goodness.
And also, Nicole, like you have such a funny personality that like if you just let that out a bit, like I bet people will half of the people that I have dated.
I end up being
that I have dated from like some social media.
Andrea and I are together because of social media. I saw
love.
her personality and fell in love. I said, that is the podcast partner for me.
I'm saying.
Solar for me, if I'd ever had a podcast. Anyway.
You said what?
I said solar for me. That's all good. No.
I just moved quick.
Yeah, see, I was wishy-washy. She was direct.
See, that's what happened.
That's how she ended up.
Me and Tiffany had a podcast, baby.
We did. We're co-parenting quite nicely. I respect you.
I respect you too, boo.
Thank you.
So what's your aversion to being on social media? What's your aversion to being on social media?
That's a whole nother podcast.
It went from being on it to off. I guess that would be the other thing. It wasn't like you were never on.
It put me emotionally a little bit. Like, because it's just, you look at everybody and their fucking babies and husbands and shit, and I'm like, fucking kiss my butthole. Like, I just don't, it just fucks.
Half that shit is fake. Half that stuff is
so fake,
Nicole.
And you know what?
How?
I know, but it's just like, for one, like, yes, I do yoga and this and this and this, but yeah, also just drank a bottle of champagne and half a bottle of fucking wine. Like, I'm not the healthiest person in the world. Like, you know, it's just, I get on there and you see everybody, their fucking six packs, and they're like, we're doing this workout, we're doing this. And I'm like, bitch, I'm just chilling. Like, you know, I just popped the edible and I'm just relaxing. Like,
but there is somebody out there that will be like, yo, I like that. I like
it's
that.
Like today, I'm gonna
this woman has balance.
Like, I just, you know,
and somebody will like that.
What I need to do. But it's hard to find that. It's just because I do teach those classes and following people, I see it all in my timeline. People with their six packs and they're like, I got 6 kids and an ex-husband and I'm fucking lifting bitch and I'm doing, and you're just like,
you know what? You know what you need to do? You need to watch our episode with Dr. Griffin, who talked about the abdominal etching, Andrea. Half that stuff is fake too.
Child.
I mean, Nicole, you, this is the thing. You are the bomb. You are a catch. Like, who wouldn't want you? I have been around you. I have talked to you. Like,
I have not recognized you in a bar because you were.
She has not recognized you in a bar. Like, you are not giving yourself enough credit. Fuck those people.
I haven't recognized.
Who cares?
Also, I think we alluded to this earlier, but I think it needs to be said more plainly. Nicole has ass for days, ass and thighs for days. Okay.
Yeah.
Strong.
You heard Denise. Mayhem.
So you know that, but you don't know my face.
Look, I'm an ass woman. What can I say?
And most men are ass men, so she didn't make no point, Andrea. She know it. She knows she didn't make no point. You can be dusty faced and they be like, hey.
Like, hey, short hair.
Hey.
My aunt told me one time.
Hey, black shirt.
Right. My aunt told me one time, she goes, well, none of us are any great beauties. And basically what she was talking about, and basically what
she need glasses. Did y'all get her some glasses? Because y'all are beautiful girls.
Right.
She's wrong.
Right.
Thank you. But what she was saying was that there will always be somebody else doing something else, or who somebody thinks is prettier or better, you know, but that doesn't mean it is. That is through somebody else's lens. It does not have to be through yours. Fuck them. I mean, otherwise, how do we live?
Valentine's Day. Fuck that. Let's bring this back. Let's circle this back. Okay. What's your thoughts on Valentine's Day?
got the whole box.
Valentine's Day beforehand. I'm just
So
trying
what are the takeaways today? Nicole needs to do one. She needs to up her social media. That's just you can't sit here and complain without a solution. So you need to up your social media.
Okay. Are you gonna manage my social media?
I can barely manage mine, but I can give you. I can say, hey, where you been? You need to post something. And no animal filters and all that stuff. Just be you. Just be you. That's all. Just
you know how weird me is.
Like, yeah,
but that's amazing. Somebody is gonna like
how weird I am. Nicole, come on. I'm weird as shit.
Nicole, I have moon water sitting next to me, and I have a Stacey Abrams blessing candle behind me.
Sorry. Wait, back up.
My mother's dog. Moon water. There was a new moon last night. I had to get my moon water and crystals together.
Manifest, sis. Manifest.
Thank you.
New moons, you better manifest. Yeah.
Thank you. New moon in Aquarius.
I accept and I receive it with you. Amen.
Thank you. Look, I charged my crystals. I got my salt lamp. Look, I'm trying to get rid of everything that is not meant for me and to bring in everything that is.
I love it. I'm cracking up. But your ass joined the wrong damn Zoom meeting. But you got all your crystals. Move. I love it. It's balanced. I love it.
A lot going on.
I got my rock.
Where you got that?
That's another podcast. Because I'm like, so did you put the water outside in the moon? Like,
I did. I put it right in direct moonlight.
Got my tiger's eye.
Because I know about charging.
Okay, Thad.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to rub them together in your palm. Look at you.
Not on the face, though.
Look at you. Yeah.
I got bracelets. I got all kinds of stuff over here. What am I eating?
That's because you know the Virgo is the opposite sign to Pisces.
I got my Japanese incense.
No, it's not.
I got my Zen. I got my Nang Chopper.
Look at him.
What's going on? What's up?
You better be
Erica Badu, right?
Look. I got my other.
Wait, Nicole, who told you that you being weird is a bad thing? That's what I want to know.
Every guy
do they have?
They were wrong.
They whack.
Men love weird. They love it. They love it.
Like, it's not like I'm.
They don't say that for sex, do they?
It's no, like real. But I think oftentimes, like when I do go on dates, I just be me. You know, it's like I'm not putting on any mask or nothing like this. It's just like I'm just like talkative and I'm like laughing and joking and just like free.
They don't know what to do with real. That's it. They don't know what to do with real because it's so much phony. You know, don't know who they are. They just don't know what to do with that.
And that's so like I wear my lashes, I'll get my makeup, I do this, I like to dress cute, this and this, but it's just like I have had a lot of time to do a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? To understand who I am, shit that I've been through, trauma work through, blah, 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 blah. And I just be like, you know what? We're here for a short time, not a long time. So like, you know, so I just go with it.
Girl, like, you get your chicken tenders and fries and move on to the next.
If that's what you want, boo, go for it. Like, you know, like just
but let's not shade chicken fingers and fries though. Let's make sure we're not shading that because that is my go-to meal.
But you can't go to an expensive restaurant and order off the fucking kitty.
Okay, that's true.
No sauce.
I disagree. You can get whatever you want. You can get whatever you want.
Thank you.
They love to see you eat too.
You would date that guy? You would date that guy?
Easily. I mean, like, seriously, like, trust me, okay? Like, I'm not one of those people, like, a lot of times people will say, well, I know you're not going to date this person. You don't listen. If he's good to me and he's good for me, we in there like, that's all I care about. Like, you like it. You know what I'm saying? Do you see your children? You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that other people are worried about do not concern me at all. Like you good to me? And are you good for me? If you're not trying to stop me from living my life, you're not trying to, pigeonhole me or just make me something cute to look at, or, if you care about what's going on in my life, you ask about my kids, these things, you know what I'm saying? If I know what's going on in your life, if we can have a grown adult conversation, if I can grow and learn from you, we in there like Flynn, like, boom.
I think that's the mic drop.
I'm not. Yeah, it is. Like, yeah, no, like.
Because I look for, can I just chill out with you? That's what I look, because if I'm not comfortable around you, if I don't need for anything. I'm very comfortable. I married well and I divorced even better. Like, I'm good. I work every day. I'm people I don't even know bless me financially. They give me, I go home and I get like 2 or 3 Amazon gift boxes, period. Sometimes I don't know who they're from. Sometimes they're my friends. Sometimes they're exes, whatever it is. I'm blessed all the time. Like it used to be a game with my ex-boyfriend where he would be like, watch, we finna get
pretty much she don't want to say she evidently has a magical coochie. Like, she don't want to say it, but
no, I have an amazing vagina, but that's not the point. I don't even sleep around that much. Like, I have
it doesn't mean that your vagina isn't amazing. I have slept with my even if you don't sleep around, it's like, clearly it's amazing. Like, cause you just like I got packages. I don't know who it came from. This ex from 10 years ago that show, because clearly.
But here's the thing, though. I'm good to people and I have good energy. Like, period. It's not like, and I'm not saying that's about anybody else who doesn't. But I promise you, I made a promise. God was like, if you get me out of this situation that I'm in, you ain't got to worry about me being sad about shit, Jesus. Just get me out of here. Like, I'm going to be your biggest chiller. Like, it's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be good. Like, I'm good. Like, and I literally don't sleep around. Like, in the last 20 years, I've been with 3 men. One of them are my ex-husbands. Like, I don't do that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't stay around. I'm not going to waste your time. If you're not good for me, you're not coming inside my body because I don't know what you got going on. And I don't want any of that in me. Now, we might chill out. We might go out of town. I've been in different countries with dudes that have never touched because they'll give me and my children rooms when I'm not even going to see them. They'll make sure my kids good. They'll make sure like the prom is taken care of. They'll make sure, he need glasses. And I'll be like, well, he got it, daddy, but thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to, I can't take nothing from, they pops. But they, like I said, when people say, when people talk about like good men versus bad men and all of that, men, when they start to like you and care about you, they want to give to you. That's a lot of times they show you appreciation, whether it's like picking up a box from somewhere or helping you through the door or, do you want me to talk to this dude for you? Because I think he going, that's how I receive it. And I move all the way out the way. I don't try to force them. I don't try to make them do anything, any of that. And they're not going to make me do nothing.
This is the Denise show. Denise,
I told you today how much I love you.
I love you.
Denise and the Pips.
Love this girl. I love her. I met her probably 7 years ago now, maybe.
At a wedding. Wait.
Oh, dang. I forgot about the wedding. That was, Jake was 1. So that was 9 years ago.
Yes, because I was like, it's the baby. Where is it? And you were like, it's at home. I was like, I was all excited.
So I'm about to come visit Denise. Like, she's gonna have to just critique me going out and interacting. Like, I'm about to come visit Denise. She don't know. She my friend now.
I think you should just ride all the way through DC, down through the Carolinas, and make your way down there.
She said North Carolina.
Yeah. And I'll be there tomorrow.
North Cackalack.
So, she think I'm but I'm real serious though. Like,
so what you should do?
I'm not playing with you. Please go visit my
Facebook Nicole, is
I'm not playing with you.
See how cheap the flights are from Detroit to North Carolina and meet Denise tomorrow.
Right.
I work tomorrow.
Okay, call up.
It's approaching my bedtime. Hence why I've been drinking so early, because it's about time for me to go to sleep shortly.
So I can go to 4 a.m.
Huh?
I said 4 a.m.
Work.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Look,
I mean,
you're not on social media, so I don't know what you do and where you do.
Right,
it.
right.
You know what?
Let me
We
stop.
need to be knowing. Oh, up and ready, getting ready for work. About to go do this. 4 a.m. What y'all doing?
You know what? You
The
know
rest
this
of us
girl.
are asleep, but you know, I'll like it when I wake up.
Ain't no doubt.
I'll like it when I wake up. So we have had a whole education today from Miss Denise.
Pretty much. She think I'm playing. Like I'm gonna come, like I'm gonna show up and be like,
I'm really so don't think you're playing, and I'm not playing either. I'm so like, not playing.
You just
She's
can't
up
live
for
there.
the task.
You
And
just
look,
can't live
she
there.
missed our episode with the sisters. She has sisters too, so she knows what to do with you. She knows how to handle this.
Oh yeah.
All I got is I got brothers.
Like
got
I feel like this is a match made in heaven for both of y'all to find y'all matches.
I think we've done
however
God's
long
work today.
And I'm cool with not finding.
Yeah, I know. I'm not.
Yeah. Look, you know,
however long this match happens is whatever. But
I love feedback. So she could be like, "Yo, when we was out, you did this shit," and I'll be like, "Damn, I didn't even know I did that shit." I'm open for it. Like open. Let me learn. Let me grow.
I suggest you just shadow her. Just shadow her first.
Clearly.
Shadow.
Like
just
a
shadow her
couple
first.
that she got on. Just like a couple stories that she got on the social media, and you be like, "Oh,
okay." You know what? I don't even trust what you like. Seriously, every time I was like drunk somewhere, you showed up. I was like, you know what? I don't trust this.
Drunk? Or was I drunk?
Look.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, clearly.
How much Matrix you got left?
A decent amount. I'm not drinking. I'm trying not to drink a whole lot, and during this time, during quarantine, I try not to overindulge. So
that's the time everybody else is doing
I know.
it.
I know, but I mean, you hit your peaks and you hit your valleys, and February is just
I'm like,
February is a hard month in general. Quarantine, no quarantine. It is one of the suckiest months when you're in Michigan. If you out there in the, if you're out there in the sun, you got a little 70 degrees, you just got it looked like nothing but old nasty snow, because the snow ain't all nice and pretty. It's nasty snow.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing really popping. Ain't nothing to do. So you just kind of are through the doldrums. You like, let me get to the springtime where, any little woman that you think look cute, they got on the big puffy coat. So you gotta, like Denise said, the investigation is so much harder when you got on the big puffy coats. I ain't got X-ray glasses. When you're at the grocery store and you're trying to figure out what they got in their food.
Oh my God.
You look at them food
Your
cards.
metrics are killing me, Thaddeus.
If you see them fire Cheetos in there, you don't see nothing but like fire Cheetos and them frozen Alfredo dishes. You know what got around. It may be delicious, but
that was too specific.
Right.
No, you better go. You better go to Trader Joe's. No.
And that's another thing. Like, when you go on, like, especially me being on social media, like when I might especially during the COVID, like I would cook. So I would cook. So of course, like I'm sending the same pictures or the same vids, right? Because everybody, you can cook. Yeah, I'm a whole mama. So I gotta be able to do something. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna give you none, but okay. You know what I mean? Like, this is where, they're like, by yourself. You ain't even got to leave the house. You do this at the house. You can do this, I promise you. Like, I literally got hit up like, so how you make your macaroni and cheese again? And I'm like, okay, I got you next. I know you do. Since I done gave you my former mother-in-law's recipe for this macaroni and cheese. I know you got me when you come in town. I ain't even have to leave the house.
Nicole.
Do you cook? What do you do, Nicole?
Oh, I can cook. Oh no, I can cook.
You did not sound confident when you said that.
No, I can't do soul food. It's like I'm the really random weird, like, okay, I can find some, like, I can cook from scratch, like if like red velvet waffles and ramen and stuff like that. But if you want like greens and fried chicken and shit, I'm not your shit. I can't do it.
All you need is a
I
dish.
can make it for you, and then you can just act like you made it.
Like I can do
I
mac
heard
and
about that macaroni and cheese.
Or I can make it better.
Oh,
And then
here we go. Here we go.
But it's traditional cooking I can't do. Like I just
Later for the haters at the bottom of the screen.
I ain't thinking about that
I'm
one.
at the top of the screen in my screen. So I don't know.
I don't think I would be over in public, so I ain't thinking about that one.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not even really, you know, they don't really care like what you cook. You know what I'm saying? Because really,
Yeah, they
some
don't.
stuff they cook, I be like, you eat this? Oh my God. You know
This is
what I'm
like the
saying? But, like,
concept.
it's just they want to see you do something. They want, you know what I mean? Like it's the same, like
You'll
when
be
you see a dude change a tire, build something, it do
Cooking-
something.
Cooking is
I do not cook hardly. I hardly ever cook, Nicole. Like
cooking is
rarely.
I don't cook at all.
yeah.
What
Cooking
the
is
fuck? And I like to like literally like from
At all.
I'm like I don't do pancakes and waffles out the box. No.
I don't know. I
You make
don't have time for that.
right.
You make
But
it
I'm
from
saying-
scratch because you can store it. You can store the dry mixture. Oh no, see, no. I make my own. Like seriously, I made my syrup to go on my red velvet waffles.
Oh, that's
like,
so sweet. No, I'm not doing all that.
I
You may,
So,
you may.
Not when Uber Eats
right.
and Grubhub
Mm,
are a thing. Mm-mm.
like.
Thanks.
I mean, it's simple stuff.
Cooking
Like
does
I'm
not
not
bring me joy.
tomorrow. Super simple, easy. It's
Cooking
easy.
does not bring me joy. I do it on holidays and maybe tacos here and there. Howard does the cooking. I do the dishes all the time. So cooking is just not my place in this home.
I like cooking.
I don't want to be on my feet. I don't really like touching raw meat if I don't have to, but I'm very good at hosting a party, and I will put together, I'll put together the spread when I have to. I'll do all that, but on a day-to-day, no. So to Denise's point, all you have to do is know how to do it, or, be willing to make the effort. You are golden.
Do
If you like
something
doing
you
all that
like
weird
doing.
shit,
but
Yeah.
that's so far down the line. You ain't, by the time you get to even the cooking part, they already like you or don't like you. I mean,
that's right.
cooking ain't to make
What
cooking
is
ain't to make it. Cooking ain't never to make a break at that point. I mean, it's
Thank you.
it's the cherry on top that may get you pregnant, but it ain't gonna.
But what's the
cherry on top that may get that
Like, what?
pregnant. But
And
it
I'm gonna
ain't-
be honest, I don't really care for that whole like,
Yeah.
oh, you can cook narrative. Don't worry about whether I can cook or not, because can you feed yourself? That's my thing. Can you feed yourself? That whole thing has always kind of bothered me. I'm like, that's just because I'm a woman has nothing to do with whether or not, and I don't really care. I don't concern myself with whether he can cook, because to Andrea's point, there are all kind of restaurants that cook really well.
But you know what though? When
That's what they
on
do.
that, like if they fucking like you, they like you. Because I've had guys that have like had my cooking, but they were a rice and gravy and fried chicken person. And I was like, hey, this is a pasta, toss with fresh mushrooms and broccoli. And they're like, I don't know what that should taste like, so I don't want to eat it. And I'm like, so,
Are you sure they were men?
gotta say, she's speaking from her
You
little
sure? Like I see.
literally was like, well, I've never had that, so I don't know what it should taste like. And I'm like, you either like it or you don't. But I've never, like, I know what a hamburger tastes like, but I don't know what this should taste like. I'm like,
Girl, you are concerning yourself with the wrong things. Don't even worry about it. Either
no. But this is the guys that I have dated.
I'm saying.
No, you were dating something else. They weren't guys, because I'm telling you, they'll eat a fried foot if you put it in front of them. Like, no, ma'am. That's not no. They're not gonna talk to you. No. What? These are aliens. No. Do you know what men, left to their own devices, what men would do and look like? No, ma'am.
Look, to her point, they will eat whatever. It's about you and all your glorious weirdness, girl. Whatever.
No,
Whatever.
I've had like the same dude was like, I don't like awkward and random. After
Then
I
you are not
described
for me.
myself as that, like, no, I've.
And the irony is, he was probably awkward and random.
Oh no, he was just really, really like I had to call the cops on him. Like he was abusive. So that's a whole nother podcast.
He's very insecure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a whole other podcast. But
yeah.
Well, we have learned so much today from you ladies and gentlemen. I think that Denise will definitely come back. Thaddeus is a regular. This is his third appearance.
I know.
Yeah.
I
This is
should
your
get writing
third or
credit
fourth.
for this now. I feel like it should be TNA featuring T. I'll be having them tats.
Double T's.
So I'll just be visiting Denise soon. Like I'm just gonna look at tickets. She don't know. I don't know her address, but somebody's gonna give it to me, and I'm just gonna show the fuck up.
We're gonna be following this.
Yeah.
We're gonna be following this.
Wait, Denise talking. I'm follow up too.
Y'all don't think I'm playing. Like I'm serious.
I'm not joking with you. I'm not going out. We might have to go somewhere else, but I'm not joking with you.
Where we going? Let me know. I got my passport. Let's go.
I'm with. I got mine too.
No,
You ain't saying nothing,
girl. Love it.
She's in education. She has the whole summer off.
period. And I'll take I take the time when it's not summer. Trust me, they'll tell you. She not here today.
I had a corporate job and was like, I'll be going for a month. See you soon. Like,
we love y'all. Thank you guys for kicking it with us today and talking and having our own relatively unstable Valentine's Day. We are feeling the love from you guys. Aww.
that wait.
I had my red on. I was in my.
I wore a red lipstick, so it's been a minute. Well, thank you guys. Everybody, don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, all that
And
stuff. And we will be following this story very closely going forward.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
Let's see. Today is February 12th, so we'll be back February 12th. Well, we'll do a 6-month check-in.
6 months. Check-in.
And then we'll do a 1-year check-in and see where we are.
All right.
I like it.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, and we will see you next time.